Hey, Scrappy peeps, welcome to my channel. I am here today to share this layout to Stash Bash letter stickers. It is the March product focus over at Rediscover Your Stash, and Sarah and I are trying to find ways to show you to help stash bash those letter stickers. So I am going to be rather unoriginal, and I'm going to use my letter stickers as a super large title. So I found an inspirational quote. It says, "Persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement." And it's a statement against the photo that I have here. So this photo is a companion page to go up against the or beside the layout that I shared yesterday of my son and the senior swimmers who were holding the banner of First State Champs. And this is a particular exciting event that he swam. And so this is, we were not allowed to spectate in the building. We were watching virtually. So this was the best screen capture shot that I could get. So the view is of the whole pool, and so it's a little fuzzy because I've zoomed into just him at the finish. It was a very spectacular finish. So what I have here is some leftover of some Fancy Pants beach collection from a scrap room collection. Oh, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe. Time and I are not friends, so I don't really know how old it is, but this is also reaching far into my stash of leftovers. And so I'm using that as the color palette. Most of what I do for swimming is red and blue, largely because those are our team colors. So I have saved the letter stickers that I had from the layout that I wasn't sure what I was going to use yesterday, and I'm going to use those to create this super large title. And what I've done is I've got wax paper and I'm using the end letter of each word down the side of the page so that I can figure out how this is going to fit on the page. And that is going to then determine the placement of where it will fit on the page. I have red, blue, silver, and then one font of combined red, blue, and white letter stickers. Very patriotic, yes, 4th of July. And what I'm trying to do is vary the height of the letters against the color of the letters, and then also use different scripts as well. So some of them you can tell are pretty blocky, and then there's that iridescent one right there is script, and it's the only script one, but it goes well because there are also some, or there's one font that is sort of playful. So that blue E below the N, the foam N, I'm going to change that and you'll see how that makes sense. So I've got how much height each of these letters is going to take up, and I'm going to place that on the page and then finish out each word. It is easy to place some more than others on the page. Because they're shorter words. It's also easier to just pull the letters directly off the page, again, because they are shorter words, but for those longer words, I am not very good at spelling backwards, and so I'm going to put them onto the wax paper. You'll see that coming up. So once I've got the approximate placement of each of the words, I will then speed up the camera as I place the letters on the page because it's not all that terribly exciting. I am going to get out my T-square. And those of you who know me and know my work know that this T-square and I are not friends, but we are actually friends this time. It is very helpful, especially for these tall letters that quickly, they don't hold their shape very well. So this way I'm able to get the tops aligned and try and get them to be as straight and consistent in shape as possible. I will tell you that off camera, I am going to stitch through persistence, change, extraordinary, and achievement. So 4 of the words, those are the ones that I knew as I was sticking them down were probably not going to stay on the page in a vertical storage in my page protector. And so I felt just to save myself that agony, especially given how long it takes me to get all these letters down, I'm going to stitch them down. So that's where I changed the font. There's less glare on this, and I like that it's a little playful, which adds to give it just a different look for this particular set of letters. So the reason I went with this quote, persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement, is the last 17 seconds of this race. So it was a 500 free, so that is 40 laps of the pool short course. My son, literally going into the last 50, he was a body length behind. Going into the turn, he was just short of a body length behind. He finished first, which is just amazing after swimming 40 lengths to have that kind of rocket speed at the end. It was a super exciting race. And while it wouldn't have been failure, his persistence and his go get 'em was why I chose to use this quote. You'll see in the close-ups that I have not journaled. However, I have journaled. I've journaled off camera. So I want his story there. I just don't know that I needed everybody to read the story. So it is there, and it is just at the bottom of achievement. So that's the word that's coming up here. So you can see I pull back the T-square again. Those short words were easy to do. It's these longer words that I usually end up going downhill. And what you can't see is that silver at that bottom is super, super shiny and sparkly, and it goes nicely with the persistence up top. So that is using your letter stickers. I just highly recommend wax paper or parchment paper. If you have that, it makes it so much easier to align things. And also it gives you the idea of the length of the word so you can gauge for placement as well. Today is Pi Day, so 3.14, right? So I'm thinking that with today's pi pictures, I want to do all of 3.14. I don't even know any more of the numbers, but as my Pi Day. So come back. It won't be letter stickers, it'll be number stickers, but the same idea. So come back to my channel soon, and hopefully I will be able to execute that. So I want to just put a little bit more embellishment on the page here. This is an Ellie Studio grid, and so I'm just going to stamp that in red to the right of the photo to just add a little bit more red. Sorry about that. And then I am also going to use a awards banner. I think it's a pennant. It's not a pennant. It's an awards ribbon. An awards ribbon. There it is. So in red, and that is a Pink Fresh ink square. And then the blue that I've been stamping in is from Catherine Pooler, and that is Juniper Mist. Those sit on my desk all the time because those are colors that match the Ellie Studio stuff that I use, and you know I design for Ellie Studio. So that's the Juniper Mist that's going into the center there that says number 1. I want to have a little bit more blue and a different blue on that side, so I'm going to find, it's actually an old piece of Cocoa Daisy that I'll create extra ribbon for. So that just says yay. It's a stamp, and again another Ellie Studio stamp from a different stamp set, and I'm going to scatter that throughout the quote there. And then off camera I am going to get some of my Ellie Studio puffy sticker stars and scatter those in, again just for a little bit of variety. The other thing that I do off camera is that word can. That particular font came with some shapes to it. It was from a really old Pebbles collection, and I had an arrow, and there's a right facing arrow next to achievement, and just below that yay that is there. So those are the additional things that I do off camera in addition to the journaling, which is on the page, but you will not see in these photos. So that, oh, and then I'm going to use a small teeny tiny date stamp in blue that's underneath the photo that says March 6th, 2021, which was the date of that race. So this will be the left-hand page because this actually happened before the champ's final banner picture, which will be on the right-hand side. And hopefully he will journal that. So the day, the video, the page, the right-hand side page, so this is the left-hand side page, the right-hand side page was yesterday's video, and you'll be able to I'll have that be the video that follows at the end if you are interested in seeing that. So tomorrow, Sarah is going to share her layout using letter stickers and using that March product focus. So be sure to head over to her channel tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.